and he absolutely dominated. And that was a period of time, you know, if you're thinking about like 2021, late 2021, where Buzz was also having monstrous performances on
Okay.
game. And if you just want to talk about the tournament overall, Bren, the less chamber that you play, the deeper you're actually getting in playoffs. DRX, Loud, FBX, they don't play very much chamber. The exception to the rule
we get a no
is
chamber
Ye.
map.
And now
Oh my goodness.
even he
We get a
played
no
his
chamber
first
map and there's
away
OpTic.
from chamber.
This is crazy. Okay, OpTic on the defense, DRX on the attack. Got 3 people, 3-2. Knife here, hit 2, and then they take over towards A control as well. So that's nice. But they're still holding on to mid in terms of Marved. So this is still a question mark in terms of, well, now for both teams that Marv's left this.
Because it's so similar to what DRX currently play.
OpTic are playing very passive. They have a setup over towards B. Radium, thank you so much. OpTic in 4, you think OpTic's taking this one? Okay. Radium with the Prime, thank you, bro. Saying that OpTic's got this one. This could be close. This is going to be close. I think they have a better chance on Haven than this map, but I'm going to be interested to see how they approach it. Do I miss the Sage meta? I still think that some teams struggle against playing it, like, some teams, when I watch them, really struggle against Sage. I think DRX might be one of those teams.
A close knife and dash into the Cloudburst. Buzz wants to lead the way for the rest of his squad, but Ye, close position into the corner and nobody
gets
is
a kill,
watching it.
gets out, dashes away. That's on the spike. Are they going to go fast? They have a flash from Victor. They go fast.
Buzz is in danger! Drops down! And that is so much damage being done. A double play,
Buzz
a
did
double setup there into hell. It's a
here.
fast approach as they try and take them out.
Buzz has done insane here.
Has just been
Yeah,
unleashed.
okay. He went
3
up
kills
close
in a row
heaven.
for him. The
As
setup
they
the
pop flash
crossfire
through,
was
just
there.
completely stopped their
The spike
plans.
plan on
Buzz
top means
went
a
mental
lot
on
of
that
money that
pistol.
they get to move into this next round with.
Ye was the hero on the pistol. Sorry, RB was the hero on the pistol round for Fracture.
It's his first
Now
time out of
it's Buzz for RB.
59. So he played 58 maps in a
Ye's
row of
first appearance
chamber.
as Jet in stage 2.
Just ridiculous.
Yep. It was all the way back, I think, in Reykjavik.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was even before that.
Probably the
That's
Breeze game.
kind of crazy.
He's playing Jet in that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brent.
I think
you're right.
Sage isn't
Way
much
back then
meta,
in
but
the
it's good
finals.
against certain comps and it's good against certain teams.
In the
You definitely have to
finals of Reykjavik last time
definitely
we
have
saw
to
this,
change how you play when there's a. It's a different
felt
type
like
of
they had
game
no
when there's
right
a
to win
Sage, to
that
be
map,
honest.
and they did anyway. But it's a great start from DRX, and they are incredible at this map. 3-0 at Champions for DRX on Ascent. The Des were talking about how good they've been on it, with some huge scalps they've taken too. But every one of those wins has gone to overtime. And they've set records. And then they've broken their own records in terms of how deep they're going. And
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it messes up a lot of timings.
And I
Flash.
don't mean the year. Over FPX to be able to pull that one away.
They've all gone to OT.
Okay.
They've gone so deep. But they've beaten such excellent teams on this map.
Turret's going to get early info.
And early damage that Zest took.
I think we have a cross map knife from Victor potentially when it goes off.
More health to work with. Turret needs to be destroyed though.
Oh, he just used his
Buzz
knife
could
on
be
short.
activating
Okay.
that dash as well as he
Side
tries to
hit's
make
going to
moves.
come in.
All the way forwards.
What
It's
can
gonna be
Crashies
all
do
close,
back aside
all
with a
to the towers,
classic?
so
Has
there's
to
the
somehow
swarm.
give one.
They're
It's a
retaining
nice
the players
recon.
here. Yeah, Crashies is doing a good job of biding time and buying time for the rest of his team. But still, he's at the back of the site. And
If he can somehow get one, he's done great. Okay, Buzz is really popping off at the moment in terms of this map. He's had a great start. Mako cleaning up as well, and Buzz has got so many kills in these 2 rounds that he gets his ult.
And DRX.
One person died, so he can throw his gun over. And this is gonna be a very good bonus. They're gonna have 2 rifles. 2. Oh, okay, saving it for the eco.
No
Okay.
splits, no mid control yet.
That's interesting. It's an interesting decision. They
Watching for
they
the
decide to
OpTic
buy the
aggression,
stinger
looking to
instead.
punish, and then bursting into a site.
Now looking at this bonus round here for DRX.
So they buy the stinger and they want to have the
Direction
knife
that
for
they wanna
the.
take it in. Still very
Sorry,
split
Spectre.
and spread out
Want to
across
have the
map
knife for the
their
actual
attacking
big buy round.
protocol.
Okay,
I'd be tempted to.
can they stop a main
Buzz get
control?
full armor
Can they
just
stop
as
any
nice.
of these map
Yeah.
any of these map
Buzz
controls?
choosing to go with a
This
hero
triple initiator comp is just so good at getting map control, and it's kind of perfect for DRX because when you want to play against them, you want to deny them a lot of map control. But
Now a drone to try and get a re-clear going.
it's
into mid as
hard
well.
when they
Just
have a
bit
lot of
information, but broken, so
regenerating
still
util
add some
basically.
question marks in terms of
They've done good
wondering,
though
is there
so
a
far.
player Playing on top of
I was going to say, we need to see a smoke over towards middle, as we can see alarm bot, right? So they're protecting the alarm bot with the smoke. They don't want to give them too much freedom. They're fine to give away this box, but they don't want to give away anything more.
With the fragment grenade already used, or perhaps not invested in this round, actually.
Beautiful flash over the top. Yeah, he was playing anti. Anti to it once more. Another flash play.
What a nice flash.
There's a name of the game.
Oh, Stacks did good to get 2 here, though.
Down 2.
Only 2 players left alive, though, for DRX.
Good information got from Crashies here. He does have his drone as well at one point, so he's going to drone this. They're so fine to leave Killjoy over here. The good thing, well, not the good thing, the good thing for DRX, I guess, in terms of when you play against these kind of comps, is you normally know where the one player is going to be because it's wherever the Killjoy is in terms of these situations. So.
30 seconds left.
Going to be making the play now over towards B.
Even if FNS falls here, there's still great retake tools with the paranoia and the drone online. The question is just whether FNS can do damage, can get a kill.
Turret's going to go in. Molly's going to get into the setup, and this is going to allow enough time. He has a lineup for a recon. There's a recon coming in, right?
He is in trouble here.
Oh, look at that.
Seas does not connect. It's going to be lighting them up though. Beautiful dart across the map, but it has to be held now. FNS does not have much to work with, but he is still anchoring. But Mako wins the fight. Down to that 2v2. The drone gets good value here, and it's up to Stacks holding close now to see if he can make some moves.
Oh.
Whips it around with the rifle.
Gets an ult.
Marved isolates it, takes it to the 1v1. Him versus Stacks. It's a fake TP in a smoke dash across the site.
Oh, Stacks has done pretty good here to get into this position.
That he's looking for, but Stacks over the side.
Nice round from Stacks. Holy hell.
4 kills.
Insane from him.
Secured.
That's a bonus. That is a good start for them.
DRX with a
Holy
great beginning
hell.
to this map, and Stacks stepping up alongside Buzz. Stacks has been so quiet in this series so far. A player that's normally pulling out huge moments. But Ascent is a bit of his playground. It doesn't matter whether he's playing the Breach or here on Fade as well. Looking so clean in the clutch.
The confidence is there.
That bonus round has just boomed OpTic. I mean, the buy is just looking dreadful here.
Absolutely dreadful. You can see him just opting to try and take some risks here. They still want to fight this one. At least they did for a moment with the flash. Victor and Marved. That was really opening himself up to some angles there when it just...
Interesting that Buzz is still buying.
And I felt like the last time we watched OpTic, they had a ton of different set plays.
Looks like they literally just want to keep the snowball going and just want to make sure that they can do damage on their money's out of control, and they've got good control of this economy, right? So they just want to make sure that they're always keeping control of it, and he's just going to use it for ecos on.
It changes a lot.
It changes everything about their play. And it makes things much more standard, I think.
It's a good amount of information at the 50-second mark, so they can go ahead and stack over towards A. Knife goes in, and they avoid this knife as well, so they should know. They should have a good idea that they're all going to group up.
DRX's control, and it's another really slow round. The first minute on the clock, barely doing anything for the Korean team. Just making
Okay,
sure
so there's a recon ready for when they're going to go into sight. Standing on the back wall behind them. This could be alright. Can they get any kills through this smoke?
Laid down with a haunt over the top as well. Crashes does have that recon. He's looking to try and set it up for a bit of a spam angle, but it doesn't reveal anything.
They did pretty well. Buzz did great to shoot.
Positioning going to be gained now onto the side as well. Lovely sees over the top that just finds the feeder. Crashes, locks him in place up onto heaven. A pop flash play with the paranoia.
When
supplemented really quite nicely here. OpTic, they had a window of
when
opportunity.
DRX have
Have
agents where they have a lot of util,
really
it's so scary.
All that utility that was being used.
Like it's actually so scary. They're so good.
This is them looking like they are really trying to stake their claim, I think, on the global stage.
OpTic take a timeout. This is not the start to Ascent that they would have been looking for. Barlow talked about it on the desk, though. Both of these teams, actually.
Hey, I analyze what goes on in games. I don't care too much about predictions.
Coming into this
I don't research outside of this stuff.
OpTic are much better at the defense sides. In general, Ascent is a very
But the bunny is owning me. I can definitely admit that.
But I think you throw
That's the thing. The bunny's doing the research.
Not just because these teams have put up crazy attacks.
Your Fractal Heart isn't ready for the reverse round, but think of how exciting the Haven would be. Think of how good the Haven would be if we got there.
Whether one of these teams moves on to the grand finals. And for DRX, it defines so much more about their legacy as well. OpTic have already really got that sealed up. They're already the best team of the open circuit era. DRX are hunting for, in some senses, so much more.
Validation
Rossi, what's up?
as well.
Yeah.
Trying to live up to the expectations.
DRX and Haven, pretty good. So is OpTic, so it's like, it's kind of even, honestly.
Hoping that they can do.
And the weight of that seemed like it was crumbling them in maps 1 and 2. But the comeback on Fracture,
Off the back of Mako.
off the back of Mako dropping
A
27.
lot of
And
ults
now
for this
they
one.
start,
Big buy round.
perhaps
Big
some
buy
of that
round. We have a lot of
responsibility
ults. Buzz, not going to
now
use this.
turn it into enjoyment as you realize that you're actually fulfilling it.
Nice retakes. I mean,
there,
let's see. Let's see how they do this.
Off the back of this timeout now, we're going to be making adjustments. Notably, Yay here with the
Because they, I think what's going to happen is, because all of this util now is really good for a retake, right? All this is really good for a retake. So they can nade or retake a lot of A if they want to. So you might see them give up A pretty freely. I'm not entirely sure. Especially when these ults are up and they might get overwhelmed over towards the site.
And so these passive, not passive, but aggressive positions that he holds for a long period of time don't work as well. He needs to be getting very
nice
mobile
one way.
around the map.
He can refresh that as well.
It does. It can feel like the two agents are quite similar, but the way you maximize value can be a little different.
The spike is
Huh. This is nice. So we're actually going to see a fake. We're actually going to see a fake here. So fake coming in. What util do they have for this fake? Fade ult.
Yeah, they are really selling this fake quite well.
Keep an eye on the rotate. Let's keep an eye on the rotate. How much does it pull out? Killjoy out of range. Here we go. Back in range.
FNS pulled back the turret, but he still has the nano swarm.
The crossfire crashes.
Nice. So they used a smoke into this, so they only had one smoke to get over towards site. So kind of backfired, but Mako and Stacks are still alive. Okay, not anymore. I like the idea, but the fact that they held on to A so well kind of stops that. Nice to see DRX throwing some fakes in there. It's actually something that they don't do too much, to be honest with you. So I've seen 2 fakes from them. And I like that. I think they're kind of playing on the tendencies as well, in terms of.
I think that round definitely worked.
This is what they did on the other map. They threw one fake in terms of Fracture. They threw one fake in pretty early on, and then they didn't fake for the rest of it. So throwing one fake in early is really nice to just kind of create the question mark all the time. It means that you're means that when you hit the sites, maybe these rotates can actually just hold onto their anchored sites a bit longer. So even though they did this, I think this at least still keeps everyone on OpTic like aware that there might be fakes. So I thought this was a good idea. They tried it on Fracture. It's interesting to see that it's something that they're doing again on this map. It feels it's something that again DRX do not do very often at all. They don't fake too often. So them putting it into this and putting it early on in the games is pretty interesting, even though they're not working out too well.
Just poking their way and prodding towards mid, looking for a bit of that information, especially this alarm bot, which they don't really know where it is. Okay, smoke off in a common angle. The only
smoke,
other
but
angle is really
Ye's held this the whole time, so that doesn't actually change anything.
Ye still watches it.
Look at this over towards A main. Double push, nice observing. Showing us them getting all the info, which is going to show us get the Killjoy to rotate. And the smoke can go here as well, so this is very nice. As long as these guys don't overstep, it's fine. We're going to see Astra ult. Yeah.
Fully intentional. There you go. The call has been made. Nano swarms on top
Huh.
of the switch.
They have a molly where he dashes to.
Counterplay in action.
Wow, this hit is nice though. Can Ye somehow get another?
Anchoring at the back, but
wow, that hit is so nice.
Just too hard.
Holy hell.
Zest. 3 kills in a round for him.
That's a really good sight hit. There's 3 people there. That is super strong.
And Brent, that is DRX finding value in a round where they got hard red.
Hard red.
I mean, FNS has his nanoswarms and is playing on the other side of the map to avoid getting suppressed.
Yep. Ye's at the back of the site anchoring.
Ye was at the back of the site with his operator, found a kill, wasn't able to do too much more, but that was the game plan from the beginning. They even read where Buzz is going to dash to.
Nanoswarms are where he's dashing.
I mean, OpTic had every piece of that worked out, and DRX still won. The way that they entered into the site was immaculate, and no one was really anchoring in a position where they could use the fact that Buzz was disrupted by nanoswarms.
Yeah.
Everyone, apart from Ye,
Game plan was there,
can't buy next. Money out of control for DRX. They're gonna put up a real. they have. If DRX win this round, the score could get out of control in this half.
he hasn't been able to get into this defense.
And
just
they're
yet.
pretty decent on
We haven't
defense.
seen a round where Ye has dominated them. Pulled things back in his direction.
You just can't be aggressive when DRX are containing to this degree. They're making sure that any sort of aggressive push that might come through.
This feels over.
OpTic is gonna be met and dealt with accordingly. And look at,
it's getting worrying for sure in terms of OpTic. The problem is it looks so convincing from DRX. Like from where I'm sitting, the rounds that I've seen are very nice. The only round they lost was a fake, but it's just like when their sight hits look so good.
His reward.
Pops the dash off the back of that one too. But DRX, they're not going to stop. Continue to contact their way up mid.
I'm worried for OpTic's Haven in terms of their comp, right? They brought out the Phoenix last time I saw them play this. Okay, they push over towards site here. FNS, if he gets a kill, gets his ult. Not going to be able to use it, but normally their util's pretty good for this. Nice flash. Man, look at the overwhelm.
But it's a dart over the top, and it's down to Ye. The widest swing of Zest will clean him up.
Bro, he went for a right click. Oh, okay, here we go. 2v3. Crashy says his ult.
It just gets down. Crashy's had his Hunter's Fury there.
Yeah.
Chose not to invest it. This flank is coming through from Victor. Crashy's could still ult.
It's a 2v3. Closer positions, a bit of spam being exchanged as well. One side to the other. Zest is so low here. He's vulnerable to any sort of utility that might get used. What? A kill to find. Paranoia is going to force the issue.
Oh, okay, Marcus too. Dude, that shot sounded pretty nasty. Little one tap.
Beautiful retake there by OpTic.
Very nicely done by OpTic, but still only 2 rounds on the defense side. Everything working so far for DRX. That round, the time does end up being a little bit of a problem, but they still got into position. Had Crashy's not been able to find that kill on Mako, and you can see how much it means to Mako there.
Prophet aims. The Haven comp's good. The bind comp would probably struggle.
But DRX are in control of a map.
Again, I'm not a fan of Breach on bind. Don't think it gets enough. I think it's too readable.
That's going to make it difficult for FNS to get value out of the lockdown. He's still holding on this B position. As the rest of DRX go towards A main quickly.
Okay, that's a good amount of info.
They slow it down. They're never going for a complete fast hit.
Going to disrespect his utility though by holding in A main. Knife pushes it back. Marked was hoping to get a bit of a Paranoia flash play off of.
They played anti-flash, but Ye just wins the straight up
tried
duel.
to swing out there, but a double face was what he was going to be meeting.
And it's another 4v5 round.
Attack.
DRX just lost one of those prior, where Ye was again able to get the first kill. DRX
What on earth are you guys saying?
Nearly a third.
I can't even read what some of you guys are saying in chat. You guys are horrendous.
In the first half, they were winning 45% of them. Do DRX have what it takes here to continue the momentum going?
One-way setup, 50 seconds in the round. These knives are...
I can't read it out loud. I'll put it out there.
Definite problem for DRX when they're just trying to be a little bit more sly with the way that they're taking this round. But now the dash activated.
Okay, dash activate. Buzz. No joke, Buzz could have definitely...
This Buzz dashes to the side. In fact, got a kill as well. Fragment Nade not going to be doing the work that it was supposed to.
What's the Omen flash like?
Over the top on 2 Jenny. The Paranoia latches on. And what a spray down. But from the side, Zest returns back into the action.
And the recon dart there is also perfect.
Spam through the door, through the
Oh
wall.
my god. FNS is actually walking out while this is going on.
So low, FNS. 2 health to his name. Positioning. Spike planted, he's been caught out.
Dude, he really went for solo plays. And he had his ult.
So consistent.
He really wanted to try and catch someone off guard when they used his ult to Wait, let's see if Crashy's wins.
The setup is not ideal for him.
He's got recon in 3.
Could get information off of it, but a tap of the spike, it does force it in the reposition here onto the side. Back has been caught. The double face is just impeccable.
Dude, they play these rounds. They just play these rounds too good. Honestly, they're too good.
It's another 4v5. And if you're able to convert with a player disadvantage, as well as DRX are, it doesn't matter that Ye's getting all the first kills.
I mean, it was a 2v4,
really
right?
It doesn't matter.
Just getting a preview as well of what's occurring in terms of the timeouts being called. This is OpTic with their second.
It's a rough one for them to lose. Yeah.
Used in the first half of the map.
He knows how important that one was. Oh boy, Chad, is this their second timeout?
For this team as well as up against.
This is right.
Seemed like just easy opponents. Another day in the office.
You can't really blame him. That's the thing. I actually cannot blame him. I think this is. I think it has to happen. I think it's getting worrying.
Lose the upper bracket allowed and cruise through a top-seeded Asian team. And DRX have still got fight in them. They've still got bite in them.
Rewriting it, making sure that the history doesn't repeat itself for now.
What's so interesting there about that round that we just watched as well is that OpTic decided not to double up for catwalk control and tree control, which would be the standard play. And instead, Marv and Ye were both anchoring very deep onto the sites. And that allowed DRX to get in and trade. Now, you also had
he's going to have this ult the whole game, isn't he? He's actually going to have this ult the whole game.
And the Battle of the Jets.
Money's getting kind of low, but they're going up against an eco.
Forth, but it feels like no matter how
FNS
much
still has his ult.
They're still not able to capitalize. It's the late round that's defining these last two maps, not the early round.
There's no loss of nerve from the DRX players when they get into those scenarios, when they lose a player early. Deeper knife. Tagging onto the one again, but you're going to be seeing a
just
similar
4-1.
Over and over.
Recon
and over.
goes out.
DRX are conditioning
Getting
so
Ye set to this position. They don't want to go too far. He literally only has a classic. They get him his orb though.
So far on this attack side has just been off the rip containment, making sure that OpTic feel like they can't get away with any aggressive plays on the defense.
Getting early info. Look over towards the minimap. This is the most perfect call ever at the moment. We can see they're going over towards B.
I can remember where he's put it heavily.
They literally have double classic here.
Ye doesn't have anything to
Two people here, double classic.
Holding it with a classic.
This should absolutely be DRX getting up to 7. Ye, in fact, preempting that Prowler and drops off.
Another dash forwards. Into the Cloudburst, just trying to, again, hide the movement.
They just deal with everything so well.
Get too much done.
Their reactive stuff is very impressive.
Cracking open the site.
Just easy pickings for DRX. And they're also reading the defensive utility.
Yeah, they are avoiding the stacks pretty well.
And throwing out a recon dart that's designed to catch the players from DRX as they push in.
Yeah.
And Buzz is using both of his Cloudbursts to hide from it, allowing his teammates to break it.
Flank from Zest in mid. Tip top goes the rifle, but no kills flooding through.
That's a wonky one.
It is a weird one, but in a 2v3,
it's given.
And Marv, they do claim rifles in this round.
Yeah, it's given rifles away. And honestly, the DRX economy is not amazing here. It might be worth Marv sticking around for these exits.
Kill or two. We'll get one.
Okay, nice damage done from them.
Well, down to that 1v1 stacks. Will probably end up keeping his rifle into this one. Just running it.
They're still going to be fine. Do we finally get to see Jet Knights? Probably not.
For DRX, they have such a commanding lead on this map. Such a commanding lead. And they just feel
yeah, he's
primed and ready.
going to have his ult the whole half.
Map number 5.
I haven't been very impressed this tournament with OpTic's defense on this map. And prior to Champs, that was their best area. However, OpTic's attack side has looked pretty good. So again, don't write these teams
Yeah,
off
he can be
yet.
saving it for some kind of clutch and also economy, right, when they're on eco.
But so far, DRX
like, you can't really blame him. Like, if OpTic had won some of the other rounds and they got low money, he would have used it. But the fact they're owning so hard is the only reason that he hasn't used it. So it's not like it's not anything bad. You're just saving it for economy. If anything, it's just like it's just impressive that they're winning so hard.
Triple initiators to work around, and this looks like a faster play.
Oh my god, look at how hard it looks to hold this site. It's incredible.
Not ready for it, man. All that slow play
it's too hard to hold this site. Their hits are so good. You cannot let them have map control. You have to fight constantly here. I'm not sure the Killjoy was the pick for this one.
Economy could get broken, and it will be. Unless they go for the save right now.
It's probably the first ever time I'll actually go into like in terms of comps. I don't really like to talk about comps, but for me, their hits are just way too strong. So you want to fight more for A main, so I probably would put someone, probably have another agent that helps you kind of hold on to these A mains. I get that there's no real util other than the nades on the defense to stop your ults, but the site hits are crazy strong.
Within the first 20 seconds, a minute 20 left to spare.
I would have liked a Sage. Honestly, I think a Sage works really well against DRX.
Latched onto him, running back into hell.
But it makes your attack a little bit harder, but the attack wall in B is pretty good.
The fact that Victor normally knifes that position pretty close.
But it's like, I don't think that's the full problem because they haven't been hitting into the sites where they're, like, also it's worth just saying that, like,
and all of the main control for free. That just leads Buds in perfectly.
They actually are wrecking them a little bit. The site hits are so strong.
He dashes into his smoke.
Because basically the Killjoy makes you want to turtle on sites a bit more, right? And I think that's not how you want to play DRX's comp. You kind of want to fight for these areas a bit more. So having a Sage that can slow aggro, wall off, etc. So they have to kind of go in. You kind of create more angles with it. So this is much better, right? Fighting over towards A mains, right? So now you take some of them down, so their hits are just like the hits just aren't as strong anymore, right? Instead of sitting back and getting overwhelmed, I pretty much said this in every DRX game. If you've watched like a lot of stuff, I believe that if you sit back and you sit on the sites, you are going to lose to DRX. But if you fight them in these choke points, and even if you get a 1-for-1 trade, it means they have less util for their hit, and it's just huge.
Might make all the difference.
With Victor still alive, I think they are very worried of a potential pop flash play through main again. But DRX have not given up too much ground. It is Deer at least in ahead, making noise there.
Yeah, there's a footstep.
I think Ye might have been able to hear that one. Still the Nightfall. That's going to be scattered across the point. Now with a dart to the side as well. Somehow Ye still lands a shot. And guess what? He's still going to be here, remaining right behind Dice. It's up to DRX to try and remove him, but this guy is just nigh unstoppable.
Huh. That's so nice to allow his team to come out as well. That was great from Ye. Good decision from OpTic. Might be too late though. Good decision from them to start going aggro into these A mains.
But I think what you said there is so key.
Ye did great here as well.
When he gets going. And I feel like this is the only round where we've seen impact from him on this map. Everywhere that he's been prodding with the jet, DRX have not committed. And he's been struggling so much to get a read on where DRX are going to finish.
We're actually not going to see this all, are we? That's so funny. He had it so early. He had it on the second round, right? Third round even. He got it in the first 2 rounds. That's so funny. Just hasn't had to use it.
There are so many ultimates online.
Oh, they thought
flash for middle, or are we going to have a dash behind it?
2 of the players are playing anti-flash close.
Oh, that recon just stopped everything though. So that was a nicely timed recon that went in. Yeah, goes aggro. Gets completely shut down. Victor here. Nice. They slow. Yeah, they get the trade in.
And now a rare round where OpTic actually have the main control. Victor pulling out the operator. Not quite hitting that flick. But the amount of control
giving
they
it.
have on the outsides of the maps, the extremities, is
okay, he needs to watch out now because this guy going spawn is going to shoot him in the side.
Look at where Marco
nice
is.
Awareness. Good timing with the rotates in terms of thinking of it. That's good as well. The ult's going to push them into this. So if he just keeps on holding this angle, he's probably going to be good for one. You can see good awareness from Mako though.
Lockdown's going to be used. It is going to be
oh my god, the timing.
Into B. You can feel that no command as well. Spreading waves out as well. No ability is going to be able to use here by Crashies. Did he just not anticipate it? The knife was out, man.
No, there was too much util on the site.
Has to try and make the moves, and has a TP recontest.
He's trying to make the jump up.
An attempt by Marv as well.
I think. I'm not entirely sure. I would have to see that again. Nice flash from him. Okay. 2v3. They're not going to be able to... I was going to say, what on earth was Buzz going to try and do there? Oh, Zest is in a pretty good spot.
Zest is tucked behind this cosmic divide as well.
One shot. Finds the target, finds the mark to the cranium. Wider swing out. And
do they consider this?
Surely the pressure's being applied. Moves backwards. Smoke going to be dashed across. The spray down, he's got his ult. The dart team down. As long as he stays alive here. Marved, what can you do to win this? Surely it's not winnable. It has to be the stick from Marved. Hunter's Fury as well. TP up top.
Oh, the TP up was good.
Tries to make him a time.
Oh my god, they play the round so well. They're so good with util, chat. This guy, it's such a good map for them.
From DRX on a map where they're 3-0 at Champions.
It was a nice ult.
This was masterful. The attacking round, so slow, so patient, never giving OpTic any opportunities, and the late round plays were just immaculate as well. DRX have been on a heater these last 2, and they've put serious pressure. The ball is in OpTic's court right now to try and return.
That was good. Okay, that was an impressive chat. That was a very impressive half from them. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it, even though even though they lost this round, right?
I know you had a really good,
even though they lost the round
there,
when they put the fake in, dude, it's so good. It's just so good to actually just do it early so that they're scared of it. It was a very nice. They've had good game plans going into a lot of this, honestly. Their side hits are just mad though. Their side hits are by far the best XX, like executes I've seen. Like by far.
That was Zest top fragging at the end of the day after that 2-0. This guy has been an absolute monster throughout this tournament. He hasn't been at the forefront.
9-3.
Huge as Buzz, but he's still a monster.
And this was a really cool round attempt here by DRX. But the thing is, OpTic responded very well from it. This is one of 3 rounds that they won, and it was a complicated fake sold by DRX, and OpTic still are able to respond. DRX after this, they just decide to, let's keep it simple. Let's go back to what we're normally doing, because clearly in this comp that
it wasn't a let's keep it simple. It was to condition them to be worried about it,
so
because it's something they'd never shown before.
DRX understood that that's what's happening.
Yeah, I think the adaptations from DRX across this series were really on point, or across this map, I should say.
Dude, their side hits are crazy, Chad. I can't get over how strong they are. They just overwhelm.
I think the biggest question
and there's just no trade sometimes.
Now that he's on the jet, the Z map is his kills when he's normally playing on that chamber.
Age strength is their util? Oh, for sure. Their strength has always been like their side hits. DRX, ever since they were like vision strikers and stuff, like their side hits have always been the one that are just insane.
He'll have less opportunity to have those big moments with the op, and will have to be more reliant on creating space for his team.
Well, one thing we have to consider is obviously this is a complete.
Yeah, DRX lost the fake rounds, but I'm telling you, it does a lot. It like, even though they lost the fake rounds, it still does a lot into impact of the game. It means that they have to second think like a lot of their rotates, and it means that when they're overwhelming on site, maybe that extra bit of delay where you're second thinking it means that there's like less util to help people. So it's really good.
They're not going to have any chance.
Well, OpTic, they have a chance to close it out here if they can activate the 9-3 curse. Saisho and Brent, do you think they can do it?
Doesn't exist.
DRX, every single game that
Calvin, thank you so much.
has gone to OT.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. With the Prime, 7 months. Thank you, dude. I'll put this up there. Appreciate the support, mate.
OpTic's attack sides have looked pretty decent, but that was with the other comp.
Yeah.
And you heard the desk talking about it, Mimi discussing how Ye plays when he's on chamber. That was
Chat, I see no slugs. Come on, guys. You're getting lazy. Put them in.
Felt like they were getting the read on that. Maybe OpTic afraid that that would happen again here. But let's go. We're heading into round 13.
There we go. That's much better.
Otherwise, DRX have managed.
Okay, there's a good amount of info. OpTic on the attack, DRX on the defense.
I should say 5.
Right, let's try this again. Quelly Yop. I think that's how I say your name, or Quelly Jop. Thank you so much. With the Prime new. Oh my God, there we go, chat. Look at your go. Flourishing. Love that. Thanks so much. Thanks for using the Prime on me. Welcome into the Slug Club. I was going to call you Quelly. Oh my goodness. Rob Poners as well. So many. Whoa, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, the fragment came out
okay, Rob Poners, Pums in my bums, Dumpster Lurker 09, and Melch and Cookie. Guys, let's get a lot of slugs for all the subs that just appeared. Dude, Buzz on pistol rounds. Buzz back-to-back pistol rounds, 3 kills. Look at him go. Insane. Okay, give me Haven. Give me Haven, this one's done.
Attack there, Josh, was really disjointed. 3 players coming through the main primary choke point there.
Thanks so much for all the subs. I have no idea where that all came from, but I appreciate you all. Rob Poners, 2 months. Pums in my bums, new member. What's up? 3 months for Dumpster Lurker and Melch, 3 months as well. Thank you for the support. Thanks for using Prime on me. And Pennywise Bun, the bunny itself, has gifted me a sub. It's a talented bunny. It's got its own account. It's gifting subs. Chat, let's get some slug approves in. Thanks so much for that, Fina. April Knight, 97. Into the Slug Club. It's a gifted bunny. It's a gift. A gifted from a gifted bunny.
So few rounds to give up.
There's no room. There's no buffer room anymore.
No.
Not on this map.
And DRX have done such a fabulous job of putting OpTic in a tough position. At the beginning of today, OpTic they looked mad.
Look at people, look at you guys working all out.
Like they wanted to get
10 away, 10 away, not too bad. Okay.
Now they're being forced to take a real
10 away, and we're going to get gifted Haven. We love that.
Trickier target than intended. This will fall. He was in a bit of a sideline position. What is that by Ye?
That was a shot.
just as we're talking about the fact he needs to be the tip of the spear, he delivers 2 entry kills like that.
Got to see a couple of more moments like that, I think, from El Diablo for a shot of this one, but he has made this round more than winnable for his team. Look at them, all grouped up towards the back of the site.
What are they? Are they just going to try and do damage? Yeah, I think they have to.
On Breeze, I think it was. Got beaten straight back. It looks like the same's happening here.
If they lose this, this is my fault. I'm just trying to make it interesting. I'm sure you guys would rather see it close again.
Call has to be made, and Mako just wants to evacuate. He wants to get out of there, save the weaponry if they can. Whatever they can. Fragment nade stops them in their tracks.
Oh, what? Through the wall? What? Yay. I mean,
that's crazy. Okay, I am the Goo Man as well. I am the Goo Man. Thank you so much. 2 months in the Slug Club. Thank you for using your Prime on me. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Yeah, there was some nice shots in this one. That's an early pause, Chad. That is a very early pause.
It's a great kill, but Zest was already flashed up. It's this one that broke my brain.
Stop cursing. I'm just trying to get close.
And check this one out. Fully revealed up.
Oh my god.
Pure prediction, pure instinct. Oh. Obviously,
that's an insane round from Ye. Absolutely insane round.
Just on another level in that.
What do we get? Little hype train. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm the Goo Man with the Prime, guys. Thank you for using your primes on me. Got a lot of new members today as well, so thank you so much for that.
Immediately, OpTic responded back. It's happened again here, but that time on Fracture.
Addison Huff as well. Addison Huff, thank you so much, dude. With the Prime 2 months in the Slug Club. Chat, we're on a timeout. Oh, we are getting them in.
Possible for a comeback.
Reina is an entry. Was that one of the things? That's pretty good.
That they can hold on to.
DRX do have plenty of timeouts in the back pocket. Obviously using the first one.
OpTic already burning both of those.
Yeah.
OpTic burned both of their timeouts by, what was it, round 8 or something? Very early on.
It's going to give DRX a bit of an advantage to work with, but...
Okay, they got to eco this.
They're just that kind of team, man. You think they're down and out, but they have the experience to pull through in tough situations like that, tough scenarios.
Surely. Maybe this is a hard one.
If Ye can keep it up as well, that kind of form that he showed in that last round, could be looking at a more even map.
He's been a superstar for OpTic this tournament.
Life goes in.
But not on
Recon
Jet.
back. No info. Smoke down bottom off.
We have seen it in the past, however. We know what he's capable of. Yeah. Coming into this round with only a Sheriff. Oh no, he's got a Spectre to work with as well.
Just hunting for the one-taps. Respect being shown, and guess what?
God.
Even the Jiggle Peak, you're not safe from this guy.
He shot, in the last round, he shot 4 bullets and he's hit all of them.
On Catwalk. And Mako's going to re-clear mid. So they're going to have a pretty decent idea that the pivot has gone into B main right now.
Got another that contained. Outburst again. Drop down.
Nice dashes out again to check the corners.
They was an opener for them.
Nice hit. Yeah, that's a clean hit actually. I know it's eco, but it looked pretty good.
Mako took a lot of damage and he dropped it into the hands of Buzz. It looks like they still want to try and make some moves, maybe do a bit of economical damage.
Here.
What a shot done.
Oh.
Containment with the angles though. And there you go. Okay.
Ye doesn't need to see his
Ye gets another kill. He gets his ult. Mako has a gun though. He's gonna save it. Actually, very worth Ye and FNS hunting this.
And Ye is going to try and hunt for this one. If Ye dies or gets a kill, he's got knives for the next round. I mean, he might want to work up to an attack.
Okay, FNS.
Well. Does like to go for that occasionally. It's actually FNS who's the closest, but nobody's spotting Mako.
I think part of this.
Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna go check this.
Deeper and deeper into this next half of this
right?
map is the fact that Ye wasn't getting good value on the defense side. They were avoiding him a lot of the time. You know, making sure that they weren't playing within the op sight lines, making sure that they mitigated a lot of the stuff that Ye could do by playing so slowly. When OpTic are on the attack side, they get to pick and choose the pace to a degree, and Ye is unleashed to try and open up these sides.
10-5. We're getting Odin out over towards B. Everyone's sitting far back. It's looking like an anti-KO. Okay, yeah, anti-KO setup. Anti-KO setup, basically ult's going to pop here. It goes over towards this area, so they have the Astra sitting in spawn, and he can just make sure that they can just use the stars everywhere, right? So, nice anti-KO setup.
They'll remove the recon though. Early days. Happy with the jump peak. Got to be careful that they don't catch a timing with this one as well. Fragment nade in his hands. And one of the downsides, I think, of DRX running this triple initiator comp is that they don't have a bit of that passive
Recon
map control
cleared a lot of
denial.
B.
You know, when you have a trademark in play, if you're running a chamber or whatnot, it's not really an option for them. DRX have to commit bodies down the sightlines to make sure players aren't creeping up mid.
And the most obvious place you can see it is a tree.
Flash pushes them back there, but that's going to be the no command. Yay! I mean, listen, no idea what's occurring right here. The Nala Swarm at his feet, though, going to be tickling him for but a moment. Pressing the advantage, moves forwards, and Buzz with the right foot.
Oh my god, Buzz has done great. The rotate is hit so fast. Damn, this was so nice. They delayed so well with everything.
Unwinnable spot for FNS. A perfect.
All of that Astra util, right? Really delayed everything. Buzz did insane. There was even util in. Wait, I guess that was zone molly, right?
But really, what it came down to
it was very nice though. Buzz did great. The Astra util prevented a lot of them. Actually, like delayed them from getting into sight. That meant that the 3-man rotate could come in, and the guys on site just did so well to delay and just make sure that that rotate kind of came in just as they were going down. Buzz actually gets 2 kills there. That's dude. He has a chance to get 3. He did 134 to FNS.
Then he got recon darted, and no one was there to follow up.
Yeah, he did 134 to him. That's
So
mad.
it's all about the timing, and it all went wrong for OpTic. DRX making that one look absolutely trivial. And I think, hitting on Barla's point earlier, this comp doesn't look as practiced for OpTic.
That's the double-edged sword of changing up your composition so late into a tournament. You're not going to have as much practice on it compared to the usual stuff that you've been showing. It's not going to be there for you. And it really does change up everything. Your protocols on attack side, defense side, little set plays that you otherwise were accustomed to.
We talked about how Ye was taking control of the game through mid, and he tries it again on Jet, and Buzz stops it in its tracks.
Very low in terms of money. It's a big first kill for Ye to go down. I'll say that much. There is a window in terms of middle. Oh my goodness. Orb gets taken. FNS has his ult. Fake with the ult, and we're going to try and end up A. Recon is going to... He needs to shoot this Recon.
Respect has to be shown here into the corner.
Oh my goodness. They did shoot the Recon.
It's just a lockdown to try and fake presence. Players are moving all over this place though. I'll be with the pop
That's
flash
a spike.
right through the corner. Victor does trade.
They might go back to B now. Check the mid running. Good call. Needs to be a smoke here. What's the spam going to be like when he sees the smoke? Oh, bro. Okay. He never smoked here. Damn. He smoked spawn. Only had 1.
Left unaware. Spray down with the Odin. Victor narrowly avoiding just.
They didn't realize just how much they owned it.
These are going to be rough post plan positions.
Good mid rounding. Rotates were kind of out there.
Oh no, Marv actually got back into B main.
Can they somehow win the 3v4? Marv is very important. He's in the most important position out of all of them.
Buzz has a choice here. He can either go on a long lurk or meet up with the rest of his team. He just decides there's not enough time to go and flush out a B main player. Everything on Marv.
And Marv has to be the playmaker. Double flash play, swings into it! 2 players sprayed, Victor returns with more.
Hey, that was really nice. 1 flash, double swing. The flash was great as well. It was like a perfect pop flash.
Exchange it for the rifle, but the time is ticking. The spike is ticking.
Doing extra damage here.
1 or 2 kills, but Victor, what a set play.
Okay, let's keep an eye on the money here in terms of their buy. Thank God they got the plant, so they get 300. Okay, Ye's got a good amount, so they're going to be fine here. What do we have? 2 people here couldn't buy. We have knives. They might, I think, if with knives, there might be 1 person that's low buy, if they wanted to.
Everybody just goes forwards. Victor's really good at that when they're playing defense as well, flashing in for the players at back B site to anchor. This pushes DRX down onto a Thrifty. OpTic are slowly clawing this one back.
Yeah, they are.
The question is whether they have enough buffer rounds.
This was an important one. This is a real important one for them to win. Recon goes middle. It cleared all of this. Knife clears all of this. So, OpTic on the attack side just cleared all of middle with 2 bits of util to recharge.
He's definitely been making plays. Feels like that head-to-head, you know, the Jet. If you Jet match up, RB, flash.
Flash to face middle.
Into it. Has to respect that, no! Okay.
Oh, they might not expect Mac again.
Can't quite claim the kill, dashing into the smoke! Oh, they return the fire!
Oh god, he's picked up a gun.
Trying
What's
to
Stax'
battle
timing
their way
like?
through, though. OpTic do not want to give up this space lightly. Bit of a spray down, but a weapon's
Holy
not
hell,
quite
that's the
still,
spike down
the
as
Sheriff
well.
from the wallbang angle. Victor
This is
will
mad.
eventually fall. And up top, Stax!
Oh,
What a
Stax
missed
had a
opportunity.
chance.
You can't miss shots like that.
But Marv's position has been given away, and he's allowed to slink back.
Back to safety in that 2v3. A rifle in the hands of the
boy.
Marved. Aggressive positioning was played for.
And Stax
Crashy's
gets another
1v3.
another bite at it.
They're
This
all
time-
kind of low apart from Zest, so Sova only one with HP.
Crashes
Oh
has
my
to
goodness.
play against the recon
Holy hell, he
side,
didn't
and
even
it's
get
too
one.
Predictable with the movement. And that buffer that we were talking
That
about
was a
prior,
nice round,
DRX,
okay. They win the
despite
eco,
the fact that
they
they're
get
on that
6
eco
chances,
round,
and they won the
matters
eco, so
not.
now they get money into
Bringing it
this.
to map
Big
point.
round from them. Buzz did great with a kill as well, and
This round begins.
Stax honestly did really well. He did miss the shot in heaven, but he
This round
recovered with
begins
this
a
one.
punish onto Ye, really, as he dashes into the site. You know, Victor whiffs the opportunity at killing RB, and then Ye tries to dash in to punish. And instead, there's a crossfire set up, and someone gets inside Ye's smoke and beams him down with a frenzy.
Okay, 6
These are
chances.
just the small gaps that OpTic are leaving in their executes, and DRX are exploiting.
6 chances for Haven.
Mako played it beautifully there with frenzy in hand. Equally
Never
as-
crouch against Sheriff. Honestly, it's kind of true.
and it's,
It does make it a lot easier. It's so hard to hit people when they're constantly moving with a Sheriff.
Bin juice by, to take a phrase out of Panpok's book.
Crashies looking like he wants to set up for this.
Oh,
On the jet diff.
oh, and then the
In
knife.
manifest
Then the
itself.
knife came in and
One
stopped the
shot
drone as well.
To the head,
Dude.
straight through the wall.
And then the ult
But still
after.
holding his ground into the close quarters. A 4v5. It has
Wait,
to
they
be the
didn't
hero
pop
play to
Abizo,
stay in
right?
This map.
No, okay.
Finesse has crawled his way.
Sorry, I thought that other ult was Abizo.
Using it, but he's
Oh my
revealed.
god.
As soon as the smoke dissipates,
Okay, now they
play
ult.
well. It's gonna have to be made with
He
the
might
Hunter's
run
Fury.
towards the.
Scatters his way across,
Oh.
updrafting, avoiding it.
Wow.
Narrowly into coverage once more.
Nah.
After the other,
Chat, how
swinging
is he
through.
still alive and doing
Full
that?
support.
How
As
is
the
he
rest of the DRX
alive?
roster
They're gonna get the
make
res out as
short
well.
work
It's
of
so
the
done.
OpTic push.
DRX's defense has just looked so good here. Their mastery of Ascent, the positions that they're playing, and try as you might, Crashies is not winning this one. The 1v5.
Order utility used, and as soon as the wall goes
God
down,
damn, that was impressive.
DRX
Oh, they're
will
on
not
for
be
it.
denied
Okay,
the map five.
2-2. It was 0-2 in terms of maps. We get Haven, and it's all down to this one map.
Poured back
Chat,
into the
last
DRX
time
players
OpTic
after
played
they were
Haven, they
able
brought
to
out
get
a Phoenix.